First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten out my camera because it's crooked right now. Hold on. Right now I'm driving close to the restaurants that I know are quick and fast, okay, and that they get a lot of orders coming in. So to me, those restaurants are right now Chick-fil-A and Panera Bread. It's lunchtime, I think. Yeah, semi-lunchtime. It's 10:58. So I'm going to go in that area, and then a couple times after going in that area, I'm going to go around lunchtime. I would say around 12:30ish, 1 o'clock. That's when I'm going to start going close to where it's a whole lot of restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants though open to about 12 or 11. And so it's almost 11, but we're going to go near Chick-fil-A and Panera Bread. Now, I don't necessarily pull up into the Chick-fil-A restaurant parking lot. Sometimes I do, but you don't necessarily have to. Just long as you position yourself in between the busy restaurants. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go near Panera Bread and Chick-fil-A, and I'm going to position myself right in the middle between the two. And I'm going to park if I don't get an offer before then. So I'm going to talk about some things that I think I should brush up on with you guys. A couple things to maybe you should know if you don't know, and just a couple reminders. Make sure you have a spare tire in your car. Things happen. You can get a flat, anything. Make sure you have the tools to change your tire, because a lot of times people buy used cars. It may or may not have a spare tire, and it may or may not have the tools to change the spare tire. Another thing, if you don't know how to change a tire, look on YouTube, research how to change a tire. I may make a video about that in the future, but it's to me, I think it's important to know. I think it's very important to know. These are random things I'm telling you right now, but it's just something to keep in mind. Maybe get you a piece of paper and a pen and write it down, so you can look at it. On the Doordash app, when it has pink or it has dark pink or it looks red, they say that means it's busy. Not necessarily, okay? Like I'm doing now, just position yourself maybe close to the area. You don't necessarily have to go to those areas, or which they call the hot spots. They're not necessarily the hot spots. If you're going to be DoorDashing a lot, even DoorDashing part-time, I think this is really good to know, is how to do a lot of your maintenance on your car. You'll save a lot of money with that, because basically when you do your own maintenance, all you're doing is buying the part. But the one thing I think you should learn how to do, because you're going to be doing it more often, is learning how to change your oil. And the next time I change my oil, which is real soon, I'm going to make a video on how to do it if you don't know. But if you don't know and you want to know right now, research it, guys. It's not hard at all. It's just knowing how to do it. Make sure when you change your oil, you change your filter, but do a little research on how to do it. Some people go to the dealership and they have free oil change. That's great. That's great. But everyone doesn't have that, especially the people that own their cars. So right now we're on our way to Chick-fil-A. It was an order for 4 miles, I think for $7. I have a rule, and you're going to start to have rules too once you get into it. I do not accept upside down orders. An upside down order is, I'm gonna give you an example. It's 10 miles, and they only offering you $6. I automatically decline those. Another example of an upside down order is maybe 8 miles for $2. That's an upside down order. I do not accept orders with no tips. Okay, I do not accept those orders. Now, I rarely accept them on stack orders, but I have accepted them on stack orders, but it's rare. It's very rare. A stack order is when you have received an offer, you accepted it, and then they send you another offer as well, and so then you have two orders to deal with. And sometimes they send you the second order, and it might be like a no tip order, or it might be a low tip order. If it's This is my thing. If it's on the way of dropping off my first order, then I may accept a low offer
Your destination is on the left.
But if I notice it's not a tip, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to accept it. That was just a little bit of info. I'm going to keep talking throughout the video, and hopefully you're taking notes and letting it stick in, in here. When you drop off the order, if they want you to leave it at the door, when you take your picture, try your best. And you can't do it every time, because sometimes their address numbers are somewhere where you can't take a picture along with the food and the number of their house or apartment. But do your best to take a picture of their address along with the food. Or maybe you could position it to where you can take a picture of the food and the number of the house or apartment. The reason for that is because it's people out there that likes to get free things, and they will do what they got to do in order to do that. And so it's people that calls Doordash and tell Doordash that they never received their order. It's people that calls Doordash and say, maybe my order was stolen, the picture was taken. Just make sure you do your part. Try to cover your ASS. Within the app, make sure you try to pay attention to if they sent you a text or not, because they may switch up and tell you, look, don't leave it at the door, just hand it to me. Or they might even ask you to grab something extra. Like they may say, grab me, can you please grab me like maybe some extra ketchup, or they might ask for a particular sauce. Just do your best to pay attention to that. Also, follow the traffic laws, follow the speed limit, stop when you're supposed to stop. Put on your seatbelt, protect yourself. Because the last thing you want to do is, you out DoorDash and making money, and then you get a ticket, all your money going to tickets. Or, just make sure you follow all the traffic laws. As you start dashing, you're going to start seeing which restaurants are faster and which restaurants are too slow. So you want to stick to the restaurants that are pretty fast, because when you're door dashing, time is money. So how much time you spend on the order, it makes a difference on how much money you're going to make that day. Take mental notes, or even write it down on paper which restaurants was pretty fast for you. I don't like to wait at all, but I'm not a patient person either. But I'll say 10 minutes at the most. 10 minutes at the most. I would wait before I let that order go. The thing I do, I bring my own snacks. I bring my own snacks for 2 reasons. The first reason is so I won't be out here spending money. So I won't be out here spending the money that I'm making door dashing. The other reason is it's healthier. I usually bring apples, bananas, and a lot of water. It's just healthier. I try to set myself up for success. You know what I mean? In every way possible. In my market where I'm at, the fast restaurants for me are Taco Bell, Domoishi. I think that's how you pronounce it. I probably butchered the name.
Continue on Aberdeen Road for 1.5 miles.
It's a couple Mexican restaurants are really fast. The Chinese restaurants are really fast. It's like as soon as you walk in there, bam, you don't have to wait at all. They already got it made. 7-Eleven. Wawa's. I don't know if you guys have a Wawa's, but it's a gas station as well. They're iffy, but I like if the order look good, yeah, I will accept it. But those are a couple restaurants in my area that are pretty fast. Now, where in your area, it may be totally opposite. You see what I'm saying? So you have to test that out yourself. Also, I like to accept orders that are the money has to match the miles. Meaning, if I get an order that says for 2 miles and the offer is $6, I'll accept it depending on the restaurant. My idea offer is $2 per mile. Now, you're not going to get that all the time, but when you do, take it. A borderline offer to me is like 5 miles for $7. 5 miles, I really only like to do 5 miles when I'm being offered maybe like $8 to $10. But sometimes I do accept it. It's not such a bad order. To me, it's like it's reaching. It's reaching real bad. It's reaching. Also, try to find the areas where it's really busy at. Like you may have a little shopping center you go to, but maybe it's not as busy as the other shopping center that may be close by. 9 times out of 10, GPS is going to take you to the right destination, but there are going to be times where it's not. So you have to be prepared. If GPS take you to the wrong location, just call the customer and find out, are they close to this destination? Are they nearby? Just call the customer. A lot of people, they be like, well, I don't like to call. Text the customer. Just contact the customer. Here's a little tip for you, Doordashers, beginning Doordashers. When you set the food down, when they say leave at their door and you set the food down, try to pay attention which way the door opens and closes. If it opens on one side, try to put it on the other side, or try to put it not right up against the door, but maybe close to the door. But just try to pay attention where you putting the food, so when they open the door, the food is not right up against the door where the food is going to tip over. Guys, just an idea of where I'm at. It's a lot of restaurants. It's right at 12. You see, we got Chicken Salad Chick, McAllister's. We got Domoishi. We got Mod Pizza. Just know it's little restaurants. All I'm surrounded. I'm right in the middle of it all. Alright guys, we got one for Uber Eats. It's a good one. It's a great one. But I am not going to accept it because it's for Target. And Target is a big store. And I'll be held back. It's only for 6.1 miles for $10.18. That is a good one, by the way, like I said. Alright guys, here's one for $6.21 for 8.7 miles. That's one of them upside down orders I told you about earlier, so we will decline it. This X right here, that's Uber Eats. As you can see, I am running Doordash and Uber Eats. Okay, Uber Eats showing out. 566 for 3.3 miles. Actually, that's kind of a good order, but I'm not accepting that because I like to accept 6 and above. I do not think this order is worth it. It's $7.35 for 7.4 miles. Declined up here. Also, guys, you're going to be getting more gas than you normally do. I would sign up with Upright, Each time you get gas, you make money. They put money in your account. You can cash out anytime. I'm going to show you my Upside app now. I've done cashed out maybe 3 or 4 times, but this is how much I have in there now. Don't know if you can see it. I got $15.35 in there. I'll put the promo code in the description. My promo code is M as in Mary, G as in George, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, 9. Share Upside with friends and give them an extra $5 cash back the first time they use the app. You'll also get a one-time $5 bonus. So you get $5, I get $5. So use it. I mean, you make money getting gas. Why not? Also, if you're not already, you can get a credit card that gives you cash back when you get gas. I got one that gives me 4% each time I get gas. So try to have it to where you're not losing a lot when you're getting gas. Try to have it to where you're not losing a lot when it comes down to the maintenance of your car, like far as like doing your own oil changes, checking the air pressure on your car, check the fluids on your car. But just try to save as much as you can as you're making money. Oh, I didn't know you was here. Eat foods that gives you energy, not take away your energy. Make sure you have a good attitude, because at the end of the day, the customer is paying for a service. And, you know, you want to meet someone that has a pleasant attitude. You don't have to be smiling ear to ear. You don't have to laugh at everything they say, but be very courteous. If you feel yourself getting sleepy, stop everything you're doing. Pull over. Get out the car and get some fresh air. Run in place if you have to. It's not good. You drive when you're sleepy, you might as well be drinking and driving. That's how bad it is. It's the equivalent of drinking and driving. So we've all done it. I've done it, but it's not safe. So just take your breaks, get out the car, get some fresh air. Eat something if you want to. Eat something light. You know, just make sure you're fully awake while you're driving. What gives you good ratings, Doordashing, is your attitude, whether you followed instructions, and how long it took you to drop off the order.